should drummers wear hearing protection? You know what? It's not a big deal. You should only really wear hearing protection if you'd like to play the drums a lot and also not go deaf. Drums are dope, but they're super loud. So if you're playing the drums and you're not wearing hearing protection, it is uncomfortably easy to do damage to your hearing. So that's why I've partnered with this company called Alclair. I don't know if you guys have heard about them. They are awesome, and I use their in-ears. I've been using them for more than a year now. I love them. They're making this video possible. Also, Alclair is actually giving away a pair of in-ears. So if you'd like to find out how to win a pair of custom in-ear monitors, just stick around to the end of this video and I'll tell you guys all about how to do that. But first things first, my main pair of in-ears is the Alclair Spire set of in-ears. It is a 6-driver set. They have these oak faceplates and then just like a black opaque inside with clear tips so that they are easy to clean. These are amazing. These are like phenomenal. They're custom molded, so they fit really well. They provide 26 dBs of noise reduction, which is a lot. It makes a big difference. That's my main pair of in-ears. Alclair actually also sent me 2 more pairs just to review, to kind of provide a comparison. They are also at different price points than the Spire, to kind of just like cover a wider budget range in terms of like what you might be able to afford. So like I said, my main pair is the Spire 6-driver in-ears. Then they also sent me the CMVKs. This is a 5-driver set of in-ears. They also have the oak faceplate. And then they just have like a white opaque inside with clear tips as well. This is 5-driver instead of 6-driver. That's kind of my backup pair. And then the third pair is the Tour. Also oak faceplate, and this is transparent all the way through. This has 3 drivers, I believe. So all 3 pairs of in-ears provide 26 dBs of noise reduction, which is a ton. If you guys don't know how custom molded in-ears work, you basically go to an audiologist. They take a mold of your ear. They use this like purple gunk that they like slowly mold your ear with. It actually feels amazing, feels surprisingly good. And then they mold your ears. You send the molds to Alclair, and then they send back custom molded in-ears. It's pretty insane when you receive them. You take them out of the box and you put them in your ears, and they just like fit so snugly because they were made for your ears. That's kind of one of the big reasons why they provide such a large amount of noise reduction, 26 decibel. So what that means is that you can actually monitor at quite a low volume. The music and the drums, whatever mix you have in your in-ears, doesn't have to be so loud. If you play the drums, you've definitely had the struggle of playing along to music in headphones and have the drums be louder than the music in your headphones, so then you have to crank the headphones and then everything just gets really loud. So the cool thing about in-ears is that they lower the volume of the drums so much that you don't have to monitor as loudly, which means less hearing loss and more conversations with human beings around you for the rest of your life. So like I said, these 3 pairs of in-ears all fall in a different price range. The Tour set of in-ears, which is 3-driver, starts at $499. The CMVK, which has 5 drivers, is $649. And then the Spire, which is my main set of in-ears, which has 6 drivers, it runs for $849. They actually also have another pair of in-ears called the Versa, which is 2 drivers, and it starts at $249. So one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to partner with Alclair as opposed to any other company is that I haven't seen other in-ear companies provide such a low barrier to entry financially. Like, you don't have to have $500 laying around. You can actually get a custom molded set of in-ears for $250, which is awesome. I think that's so important. In terms of reviewing these, I'll just start off with the Spire. I've been using them for a year now, more than a year. I've used them on stage, performing live, lots of recording in the studio. I actually used them during the session at Mono Valley Studios last year in Wales when I recorded a album with the band Busted, which was amazing. So being able to use in-ears in such a like world-class studio facility, like really put them through their paces. And I think that kind of speaks to what the Spire is best for, which is they're just really high quality reference monitors. They obviously have 6 drivers, so they cover the frequency range really effectively. They are very high quality reference monitors. So I'd say they're perfect for studio work. It's very easy to use them to scrutinize which frequency ranges might not be well balanced. These are kind of on par for me with a pair of like really high quality studio headphones, just in in-ear form. So you can't really get away with stuff. If your kick sounds boomy in real life, it's gonna sound boomy on the Spires. And I think that's where they really shine. They give a very accurate representation of what the kit actually sounds like. So next up, we got the CMVKs. These are more geared towards drummers being on stage, performing live. I wrote down, it doesn't have quite as much bottom end and it's not quite as bright. The interesting thing with this kick of mine is that it sounds quite boomy with the spires. There's like a lot of bottom end going around. But on the CMVKs, it doesn't sound as boomy. It sounds way more focused. It's more articulate. The trade-off, however, is that the kick actually does sound a little boomy. Like I need to tune it a little bit. But with the spires, you can totally hear that because they're really good reference monitors. With the CMVKs, you can kind of get away with that because they're primarily geared towards using them on stage for drummers to use them. So I actually like that the CMVKs provided a really focused kick sound. But like I said, it's not because that's what the kick sounds like. It's just what the in-ears sound like. What they also do is they've got a really pronounced mid-range response, a bit more than the spires even. So the kick and the snare on the CMVKs are like in your face, man. They're nice and loud. They're very punchy. It's not as flat as the set of Spire in-ear monitors, but it's definitely more punchy in terms of the kick and the snare. These would be killer for drummers. I think the best audio quality to price range, if I were to be completely honest, would probably be the CMVKs, especially if you play the drums. And then lastly, the pair of Tour in-ears. So these have 3 drivers. They weren't as boomy in the bottom end, and they also weren't as clear at the top. It doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's quite flat. Like I felt like the EQ curve was pretty flat on them. I think it's primarily due to the fact that it has 3 drivers. It doesn't have 5 like the CMVK or 6 drivers like the Spire. But I think that this is actually an amazing, at $499, it's an amazing quality level. It's a really easy entry into the in-ear monitoring market if you're looking for a high quality pair of in-ears. So if you would like to win one of these in-ears, obviously not these ones, because they're mine, they only fit for my ear. Also, they probably covered a little bit of my earwax, so you definitely don't want these. But if you'd like to potentially win a pair of Alclair in-ears, all you have to do is go to the Alclair website, do some research, pick the one that fits best for you, whether you're a vocalist or a drummer or a sound engineer, whatever you are. Do some research, pick your favorite, then go to Alclair's Instagram page, find the competition post. The link to that will be right in the description below, and it'll look like this. Look for this photo or this video or this post, like it, tag 3 friends, and explain which in-ear monitors you picked, which ones you'd like, and why. So that's all you have to do to enter. We're gonna pick somebody. We're gonna send them the in-ear monitors of their choice. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thanks so much to Alclair for making this possible. I've been wanting to speak about hearing protection and protecting drummers against hearing loss for the longest time. I felt like this is such a cool opportunity to do that, especially now that we're giving away a pair of in-ears. So big ups to Alclair for being such a force for good in the drumming world and like really wanting to educate drummers to protect their hearing so we can all play drums for as long as we want without losing our hearing. So that we can keep having conversations about drums until we're like 90. I hope that for everybody watching this video. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching this whole video. You could be watching anything else right now and you're watching a dude talk about in-ear monitors. I really appreciate that. Be sure to enter the competition and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.